Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. As you can see, we got a little different product in front of us today, and the quick cliff notes on how this came about is very, very cool and humbling. I have a lifelong friend who has been in the different marketing businesses throughout his career, and he also was one of the guys that encouraged me to get going on this, just go for it, etc. And he happened to run into a gentleman named Josh Pankow and Josh, if you happen to be watching this, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, who works at the Leaf Company. And he mentioned to him that he had a friend that was trying this whole YouTube thing. And Josh went ahead and put me on a list, and 2 Leaf Metal Hobby Football 2025 football boxes arrived at my doorstep. So at first I had no idea where it came from, so I kind of put 2 and 2 together. Checked with Doug, and he did confirm that Josh put me on some kind of a influencer list, I would assume. And so humbled to get this, Josh. Thank you so much. On the Leaf Company, briefly, what I know off the top of my head, it's a very old company. I know they started way back like in the 40s, kind of with candy / some trading cards that evolved into more trading cards in the 50s and 60s. And then in the 80s, of course, a product that we would all be more familiar with, they released a set under the Donruss name in 1985. They created Donruss, and then they actually did have some Leaf exclusive, it was kind of the same set, but the Canadian Leaf version of that set, and it had a little more value. And then I did read that in the mid-90s, I believe, they kind of were bought out by Hershey, the North American portion of their business anyway, and kind of lay dormant for a bit, and then they were rebought, I think in 2010, by a gentleman by the name of Brian Gray. Brian Gray, yeah, is what I'm seeing. Anyway, and so then he wanted to get this back into a trading card company, and so they've are unlicensed for the most part, and so focused on the rare memorabilia, the early autographs, etc. And so Josh was so kind as to send me this to get into this, and we were just talking about football's coming up. I want to start turning the page into some football, and so this is what a better way to do it than through this. And then also ironically, in between the time I got these boxes and right now, Leaf did just signed, I think yesterday, signed a licensing deal with Major League Baseball Players Association in regards to some minor league baseball players. So they now have the rights to their names and images, etc. So I believe I read right away here in July, they're coming out with a Leaf Metal baseball set with that new licensed product. So if I get a chance to jump into some of that would be such a treat. But again, Doug, thank you so much for even mentioning this to Josh. Josh, thank you so much for even considering and sending these to me. So appreciative, and I look forward to opening some Leaf moving forward on the channel. So without further ado, let's get into these boxes. These are hobby boxes. There's only 7 cards in a box, but as you can see, look at that, 4 autographs. 2 base autographs, 2 parallel autographs, and 1 hobby exclusive autograph. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of this set, you can see there's some of this year's class in here. You can see there's a Cam Ward right there. You can see there's a Tet McMillan card right there. But a lot of this is college athletes, prospects, even down into the high school NIL type prospects. So with my not following college football hardcore, and yet alone the high school ranks, there's going to be a lot of players in here I don't know, but I look forward to getting familiar with them. Like I said, I'm going into this totally blind, but we're going to get in to some Leaf Metal 2025 football. Let's get it. Looks like no idea if it'll just be a pack in there. Oh, we do got another little seal here, a couple other seals. I remember another thing with Leaf that from my childhood is in 1990 they came out with this a Leaf baseball set, and just kind of considered a high-end set. And when I pieced together that entire set, and that to this day is one of my crown jewels as an accomplishment as a kid, I still have the entire set in a book. And Okay, so I see cards right here on the top, to be honest, so I want to try to I want to try to give us a little bit of a... Oh man, they're like cased up. This is crazy cool. Alright, so we got a little jewel case here. I'll try to just open it up. Bear with me here. It does look like it should just pull off. There we go. Alright, so we're gonna go like this. Let's take a peek at what we're gonna get here. Again, Leaf Metal 2025 Football Hobby Box. 7 cards, 4 autograph cards. Let's get a peek. Rider Lions, so this would be one of the non-autos. Let's take a peek at that card. I mean, beautiful card. Leaf always rocks it with their design. Behind that looks like we got a green parallel of DJ Lagway from Florida. Try to keep the glare out. These things are Chrome City. Sharp card. Then behind that looks like we have some kind of a, looks like it's going to be an auto. Jackson Taylor. Again, some of these guys could be top high school prospects that I don't even know, but look at that. It's a sharp card. Should take a peek at this, see if this was, oh my goodness. So these are numbered city. So Rider Lions is numbered just to 149, and look at this DJ Lagway, 3 of 7. So I did read something about, I think you're guaranteed, like, you know, the card should be to 25 or less on some of these. So this Jackson Taylor autograph. Behind him, and we'll look at the number afterwards, but that's behind him. We got a draft bound Ulysses Bentley the 4th. So I think this is like I think this is kind of like the card of Cam Ward on the front. Look at that. That is a sharp card. Now let's take a, sorry, I'm going to go slowly through this. What a cool product. Jackson Taylor. That is numbered 3 of 4. So that's how rare these cards are. Behind the Bentley, we've got a TJ Finley Armed Forces card. I tell you what, we're just going to go back and sleeve these up and look at the numbers afterwards. TJ Finley Armed Forces. Oh, that's a little bit. And then we've got Frizzell Shepard. That TJ Finley is a 1 of 10, numbered 1 of 10. Frizzell Shepard, and again, I wish I could talk more about these guys. Man, what a sharp card. This is such a treat. We got a triple auto at the end, and I think I saw like did I see like an old Bob Greasy at the top here? Look at this. Bob Greasy, Larry Little, and Mercury Morris from the 72 undefeated Dolphins. I'm guessing all 3 are on that. What is this number 2? 2 of 15. Look at that gem. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that are old like me, this card just has a vintage feel, even though it's a brand new, beautiful card. Look at that card, you guys. A triple auto of Bob Greasy, Larry Little, and Mercury Morris. 3 of 15. Oh my goodness. What a sharp set, you guys, huh? How fortunate are we to get to rip into some of this. I am so excited now about the news of their... Fits in there a little snug, but it should be okay. Look at that card, you guys. It's on all of these. This Frizzell Shepard. What do we think this is number 2? Bam. So there's obviously not a lot of this set printed. I will do my best to pop some information on each of these guys on the screen. It's like I don't even know what kind of refractor it is. I'm gonna have to look into all this. Man, is this exciting. So Shepherd, I'm gonna grab a little bit thicker top loaders for these just to be safe. Again, TJ Finley. So I wonder which one. So it does say one hobby exclusive. I'm assuming that Bomb Dolphins card is the hobby exclusive. Man, what an absolute treat this is, you guys. This is so cool to see something so different like this, and to get a box that has this kind of color and autos. So blessed. Josh, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's unbelievable. Leaf trading cards, let's go, guys. Ulysses Bentley the fourth. 5 of 7. And our first auto was Jackson Taylor. We'll recap these at the end. I want to keep going, not to put you guys hostage here too long. What a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous product. And I'm not just saying that because he sent these to me. I mean, look at these. Look at this card. Tell me this isn't making somebody smile anytime they pull something like that. We got one left. Let's get into the second one. Again, just 7 cards right there, and we had all that fun. Oh yeah, I gotta get this. All right. Jewel cases are nice. Look at that. We got like a wily vet right on top, Julian Edelman. And here we go with our second pack of Leaf Metal. 25. Leaf Metal football. Here we go. Julian Edelman. Harlem Berry. And then we got our autos starting right away. Ladies and gents, let's go. Elijah Brown. We'll go back and look at the numbers of these at the end. This looks like kind of like a red cracked ice type card. Look at these cards. Behind that, Ryan Montgomery on like a green cracked ice. Oh, I'm gonna look at these as we go here. So that Elijah Brown is 3 of 7. Behind the Montgomery, Jaden Baugh, So Money. That Ryan Montgomery is 3 of 3. Look at the rarity of these cards. So cool. Jalen Baugh on the So Money. It looks like that's a cool. Look at that. You can see his bust headshot in the cracked ice behind there. So that's the So Money insert. Behind that, Daquan Felton. The So Money insert is 6 of 7. Daquan Felton on the purple cracked ice. Almost a color match there. And then our last hobby exclusive auto, George McIntyre, next in line. Let's take a look at the Felton, 1 of 5. And then George McIntyre, 2 of 5. That's a beauty. So let's get these sleeved up and take a peek at everything we got. Again, as I sleeve these up, huge thank you to Doug for even reaching out and seeing what they'd say, and then of course Josh for getting these sent my way. I can't thank you enough, my man. I really appreciated it. I think you got a real nice product on your hand here. This just came out at the end of May, so still very new. But if this is any inkling as to what the baseball, and again, I've got a few baseball cards, you know, just ones that I've collected of like Griffey that I've seen pop up on a whatnot or whatever. But with this new agreement or license agreement with Major League Players Association, and the new metal set being a bunch of MLB prospects, which is one of my favorite things in the world, I'm very excited to dive into the metal version of the baseball as well. And like I said, they have like 3 or 4, I think, different football sets. Some of them deal more with veterans, some deal more with rookies, etc. So they got all kinds of stuff. I look forward to them blasting back onto the map here. And any little piece that I can help with and spread the word, I am happy and honored and privileged to do. So let's just go through all of them that we got, because there's 14 cards, so it's real simple. Here's our not-onals that we got. Got Harlan Bailey, got Julian Edelman, then we got Ryder Lyons, and DJ Lagway, and then a stack of autos. Elijah Brown. And again, I apologize, some of these guys are probably money already and I should know to be able to talk about them, but I just want to get this out here and show the love for him sending it, and we'll dive into some of all these cards that I found. I look forward to jumping into finding out more about each of them. So Elijah Brown, numbered to 7. This is a nice one. George McIntyre, numbered to 5, and the next in line. Then we got Daquan Felton on the purple ice, also numbered to 5. Bookend, number 1 of 5. The So Money inset, Jaden Baugh, 6 of 7. Very cool card. It's got the red cracked ice with his headshot included in there. Then we got Ryan Montgomery, and that one is numbered 3 of 3. Jackson Taylor. Almost has like a Mojo refractor type feel to it. That's 3 of 4. And basically you'll see on most of these cards, there's not a lot of info. You know, it just says on the front of this card is an authentic autograph of Ryan Montgomery. The authenticity of this autograph is guaranteed by the Leaf Trading Company. So it's just kind of the information, you know, them authenticating the auto and telling you who it is. This was a nice one too, draft bound, Ulysses Bentley IV. And that was numbered 5 of 7. Armed Forces, TJ Finley, 1 bookend of 10. This is the crazy one. Frizzell Shepard on the Uno of Uno. So I'm looking forward to diving into about him. And then the hit of the break, for me, probably for anyone, look at this. Holy crap. A triple auto of the 70s Dolphins. I don't know exactly what year. Just kind of, again, it just says their names. It's 2 out of 15, but it's Greasy, Larry Little, and Mercury Morris. I believe all 3 part of the 72 Undefeated Dolphins set. So that is my look at that. What a beaut, huh? All right, guys, thank you so much for stopping. Again, Doug, again, Josh at Leaf Trading Cards. I know I've said it a million times during this video, but thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. This is humbling to a small timer like me, and I look forward to any relationship we have in the future. For all of you that watched till the end, I appreciate you sticking by. Be sure to like the video. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of the Leaf product, what you think of going down the football path as we get towards the season. Is there any specific brands you guys are looking for? Stuff like that. Let me know what you thought of this product. Let me know what you thought of these crazy low numbered autos. I mean, absolutely a treat and an honor and a blessing to be able to rip these. So with that said, you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Be sure to get out there, do something kind for somebody else, and we'll see you all on the next video. Peace.